I'm here to have a personal discussion with you. I know that about a week ago I came on and told you guys that I was having some health issues. I gave you guys an update. My doctor is fairly convinced, let me move this a little bit. My doctor is fairly convinced that if I do this anti-inflammatory diet that she was talking to me about, that I would be able to remove myself from medications. She did already remove me from my diabetic medicine, my metformin. She did remove my amitriptyline, which was for my migraines. That one might have been a bit premature because I know this past week I did half of my dosage to remove me from it, and yesterday was the first time I didn't take it at all. And I've been having some headaches, not migraines, but I've been having some headaches. So I'm not sure what they're associated to, and I'm going to kind of ride them out a little bit. This is the paperwork that she gave me. Now, this is probably backwards to you guys. It's the anti-inflammatory diet. She printed it off as a patient handout from the University of Wisconsin Integrative Medicine website. I was able to actually pull it up online, so I know it's there. The University of Wisconsin School of Medicine and Public Health. Basically, it talks about medical conditions that are linked to too much inflammation in the body. Some of them, which a lot of these I already have, which is kind of why I think she put me on this. I don't have Alzheimer's, but Alzheimer's disease, asthma, cancer, chronic obstructive lung diseases like emphysema, bronchitis, chronic pain, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, inflammatory bowel diseases like Crohn's or ulcerative colitis, as well as IBS, stroke, diseases where the immune system attacks the body, such as rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, and scleroderma. I have a few things on those lists. I've had cancer, so that kind of goes with it. I am cancer-free at this point. I had uterine cancer. It was removed. So I am free of that. So there's a lot of things on here that are very similar. She did recommend that I do the Fast Metabolism Diet by Haley Pomeroy. She also told me to look up another book called Heal Your Mind. She wasn't even 100% sure if that was the right name for it, by Kelly Brogan, MD. Haley Pomeroy is a nutritionist and a wellness consultant, and Kelly Brogan is actually a doctor. She told me to avoid all gluten, dairy, sugar, GMOs, and artificial sweeteners. And this has actually a list of different things to look at as far as foods. But she wanted to give me, she knows how I am, and she wanted to give me a pretty straightforward way of being able to follow something on a day-to-day basis that will keep me on track to what it is that I'm trying to accomplish here. So the Fast Metabolism Diet is a 28-day diet. It is based on this book, The Fast Metabolism Diet. This is, again, Haley Pomeroy. It says, eat more food and lose more weight. Celebrity nutritionist, wellness consultant with Eve Adamson. Lose up to 20 pounds in 28 days. So here's the deal, though. My objective is that my doctor felt she needed to prescribe me food to replace my medicine. She also said that she needed to prescribe me a diet so that I can focus not only on the meds, but on my health, which ultimately comes down to the fact that I'm considered obese. I was denied having a stomach sleeve or a weight loss surgery because my BMI is not 40. It needs to be 40 or more, but it is 37. So that's just not acceptable anyway. I'm kind of glad that you know, the path went down that I was going to not be able to do the surgery because ultimately I was very scared of it in the first place. I had a friend of mine that had it done, and I know I used to give her shit about it because I was like, why would you do that? Everybody has their choices. Everybody has their reasons. Everybody has their motives. And I ultimately was going to have it done if I had been approved. So at this point, I'm not having surgeries. I'm not having any arthritic surgeries for my hip or my knee. I'm not having breast reduction surgery. Basically, I need to lose weight for all of these surgeries before they will do them. And ultimately, I have a feeling that if I can lose the weight, then a lot of these surgeries may be unnecessary anyway. So that's where I stand as far as the weight loss and the reason that I'm doing it. I went on Amazon and picked up a few books. Last week I went grocery shopping. So let's talk about the grocery shopping. That was pretty difficult for me. You know, I've heard them say things like shop the perimeter of the store because that's where all the best foods are. Make sure that you are looking for things that are non-GMO, organic, no artificial sweeteners, that sort of thing. So a lot of this stuff I had to kind of learn on the fly. There is an app called the Fast Metabolism Diet app that helps you to plan out your week in regards to meals, which meals that you want to prepare, and that sort of thing. And so what I did is I went through the app, I picked the meals that I want, and then I went online and tried to find the recipes for them. All the recipes, now I just received these books today, so I didn't have them. All the recipes are in this book. And the reason I got the book, I also have the audio book. I'm not a big reader, but there are a lot of recipes in here towards the back. But there's a lot of diagramming that is obviously absent in the audio that I wanted to be able to kind of mark up and use kind of as a, you know, workbook to be able to write on it. I also picked up the cookbook. The Fast Metabolism Diet Cookbook by Haley Pomeroy. And this is just chock full with some really good recipes. Tons and tons of recipes. The way that this diet is, well, let's go back to shopping. So my shopping experience was not fun because it was brand new. I felt like I was shopping for the very first time in my life. And it took me almost 3 hours. A lot of it was because I was unfamiliar with what some of the foods were. And then it was where it was located in the store. Now, I will tell you that the next time I go grocery shopping, I think it's going to be much easier because now I'm more familiar with the foods and I know where they're located in the store. So I think I can probably cut that in half. It did cost a pretty penny. For all of the foods that I purchased this past week, it was over $300. But I also know that I purchased some things that will be able to be used for months, such as spices and seeds and sauces, not sauces so much as you know, like, I don't know, just things that I'm going to be able to utilize for months to come that I won't have to repurchase every time I go shopping. So that's going to be good. I want to show you here a little bit of what I got. And let's see if I can show you. So here are some of the supplies. I've left them out on the counter because I want to be able to prepare my foods. Yesterday was Sunday. I did do a lot of preparing yesterday. I made it about halfway through the week. I have to use a lot of, you know, like crock pots and that sort of thing. Here's some more items. Minus these two. I took those out of the cupboard and I never put them back or threw them away because I won't be able to use those. So there's a lot of you know, vegetables and fruits, some raw nuts, you know, and you have to remember, I've got some of this bread and stuff, right? But I've got a family that's still not going to want to eat what I'm eating. So that becomes a pretty difficult feat, right? Is trying to prepare for your family when they don't want to eat My baby is snoring. When they don't want to eat what you are eating yourself, right? What you're preparing for yourself. So that is the gross aspect, and I think it's going to get easier. Your week works through 3 different phases. And the way that it's set up is to boost your metabolism by doing certain things and focusing on certain things during the week. So phase 1 is 2 days, days 1 and 2, and it focuses on high glycemic, moderate protein, low fat, okay? It's also the day that, or the days that they want you to do some sort of cardio. Phase 2 is based on high protein, high vegetable, low carbohydrate, low fat. That is the focusing on muscles but getting rid of some fat stores. And that's the days that there's 2 days for that, and they want you to do muscle training or muscle weightlifting for those 2 days. And then the last phase is 3 days. It's phase 3. It's based on high healthy fat, moderate carbohydrates, moderate protein, low glycemic fruit. And that is going to, they recommend that you do some sort of yoga, get a massage, de-stress on those last 3 days. So I'm not going to necessarily go through everything with you guys. I want to say that it's pretty complex. It's simple to understand. My doctor said it was going to be hard. I will tell you that I am halfway through the day today and I'm full because you don't stop eating. So for instance, this morning I made an oatmeal fruit smoothie, had that when I woke up. And then I had an orange about 2 hours later. And then 2 hours later I had prepared some of the chicken vegetable over quinoa yesterday or Sunday. And had some of that as well. Of course, it's all portioned out. Really not that difficult to portion out according to what it is that you're trying to do. I'll show you inside of my refrigerator. I have some things already set up in bowls. So you'll see like here, get this camera going. These are some bowls for prepared meals that I've got coming this week, actually just the beginning of the week. So, I mean, I will tell you that preparing your food makes a huge difference, because you're not stressing about making it during the day. That right there is going to be pretty beneficial for me. That is a water bubbler, and you're supposed to, of course, drink half your weight in water. So I've been doing okay with that. Today there's some big things happening. A year ago almost, I quit smoking, right? And that was all pretty much in my mindset. I told myself that I was done, that was it. I was a non-smoker and I was no longer going to smoke anymore. And I got through the tough week. The second week was kind of tough too, but not as tough. And I plan on doing the same thing with this. If I had the mindset to quit smoking, I can certainly have the mindset to do this. And to be honest with you, the food is good. It's just changing how I'm focusing on food. And yes, I feel like I'm obsessing on food right now. I think that's par for the course. I'm the type of person that if I don't obsess on it, then I don't feel it's important enough. I obsess over my work. I obsessed over quitting smoking. I obsessed over the exercising that I was doing. And I just think that I have to, because that's kind of who I am. I'm all in or all out. And right now I'm all in. So it is a learning phase. It is a learning curve, because there are some things that I'm not used to focusing on or thinking about. I did purchase this book as well, Food RX, and this is by her as well. 7 powerful prescriptions to feed your body back to health. For GI stress, fatigue, hormones, mood, cholesterol, diabetes, and autoimmunity. I feel like this is going to be the book that talks to me. This is the book that sets me up, and this is the book that teaches me how, the cookbook. But I also purchased, and you don't need to get all these. I just did because, like I said, I'm all in. They also had this. This is all on Amazon. I bought this all on Amazon. There's also this fast metabolism diet journal. And really, that's exactly what it is. So there is nothing but charts that you fill in to say what you're eating for breakfast. It is ultimately just a journal. I probably could have printed this out, but oh well. Yeah, because it just says date, phase, how much you weigh, what you had for breakfast, your snack, your lunch, your snack, your dinner, how many carbs, fat, protein, calories. To be honest with you, I'm probably not going to use this. I don't think I'm going to use this. There's too much. I can't count calories. I can't count, you know, I just, when you have to count things and keep track of stuff, I can't be bothered with that. And I know that's kind of a cop-out, but I'm being honest with you. I can't be bothered with it. So far, I'm pretty impressed with just preparing my meals and knowing that I have to eat every 2.5 hours. And the food is actually pretty good. There's a lot of freaking zucchini, though. I don't know what's up with the zucchini. They put zucchini in everything. But I'm anxious to try some new things. Obviously, I've only had one meal that I've tried that I cooked, which was the chicken and vegetables over the quinoa. Quinoa is actually pretty good. I didn't think it was going to be, but it was. So that's where I'm at. I do think I am going to hold myself accountable by doing one of these videos a week. Probably going to do it on Mondays so that I can recap the week before. This morning I got up, I weighed myself, I measured myself, and I took pictures. That was difficult for me because the pictures proved what I was seeing in my head that I hadn't really paid attention to, and that is that I'm at my heaviest weight. You know, I look at it and feel like it's not attractive, right? You know, we look at our own pictures and think, holy crap, look at the rolls, look at the cellulite, look at, I mean, just the unflattering, but yet this is what my husband told me, right? He goes, you're going to take pictures, you're going to do them in your underwear, right? Because everybody does them in their underwear so that they can see. And I said, yeah, I said, I really hadn't thought about it. I thought I was just going to wear an outfit and use the same outfit, you know, during the whole process. And he goes, no, he says, do it in your underwear. And I was like, why? He's like, well, I want to look at them. And I'm like thinking to myself, here's my husband. God bless him. He loves me no matter what I look like. And that to him was a turn on, you know, to be able to see a picture of me in my underwear. But that just shows you how critical we are of ourselves, right? He loves me and he loves what I look like no matter what. And he probably doesn't even see all of that other stuff, right? The cellulite and the rolls and all of that. He doesn't see that, but we do, right? We're so critical. So I was really upset when I took my pictures this morning. Matter of fact, I might have taken a few moments to shed some tears, but that's okay because part of those tears were also me saying, look, in a week, you're going to be less than you are today. And in 3 weeks, 4 weeks, you're going to be a lot less than you are today. And you're going to be on a better path to a better lifestyle and a better healthy habits that I've really struggled with for a long time until now. So I'm still looking for prayers. Obviously, you guys have been praying for me, and that makes everything so much easier. And I think that's what's happening. I think that's why today I was eating and I'm like, gosh, I'm not even really hungry. And, oh, this tastes pretty good. I was expecting it to taste worse, and it tastes pretty good. And, oh, I get to have another apple, and, oh, I'm kind of full, and I'm not sure what I'm going to eat now, but now I'm going to eat some more. So it's been, it's for the first day, I would say that it's been kind of eye-opening. You know, I guess I wasn't realizing that it could potentially be this easy. And you know what? I remember saying that when I get my mind to it, I set myself in and I say that I'm all in. When I quit smoking, I remember saying to myself, gosh, this is really not that hard. You know, really, this isn't really that hard. And I'm saying the same thing today, which is very exciting for me. It's kind of an aha moment because that kind of means to me that I got this. I'm on the right track. My mindset's where it needs to be. And we are full-fledged, full force forward. Full-fledged forward. I don't know. You know what I mean. So if you're interested in following my journey, with the fast metabolism diet. I'm going to share here probably every Monday or as soon as I can at the beginning of the week to recap the week before and to kind of update you as to where I'm at and how we're doing. So, do I tell you how much I weigh right now? I don't think I need to. Don't know if I'm emotionally prepared to do that yet. I do know that I am 37 BMI, which is very high and considered obese. So, I have put on a lot of weight in the last 3 or 4 years. And, you know, I was always a 145 was what I was in high school, at the end of high school. And I stayed about 145 till I got pregnant. And then after I had kids, I went up to about 160 and stayed at 160 for most of my adult life. And I'm nowhere near that now. So I need to lose a lot of weight, but I need to do it in a way that will stick with me because I cannot do these fad diets anymore. I'm sick of them. They don't work. They do work for a certain amount of time, and then all of a sudden now you're back to the way that you were. So I need to change some habits. I need to change my mindset. I need to change my focus and know that food is medicine and not just food. And I think that's been a big change for me, is that when my doctor said, I'm prescribing you this diet, it hit me that, oh, okay, well, she's using food as medicine. And instead of it being in pill form, it's going to be in food form, which is much more accessible to me, which is much better for me. And you know what? If I can get some of this knowledge and focus and habits into the family without them really realizing it, because honestly, I was cooking here yesterday and Ben was like, oh, this smells delicious in here. What are you making? And I'm like, well, I made some buffalo chili. I made some chicken and, what was that? Chicken and, I don't know, it was like a chicken stew. And then I made some meat pasta sauce, and I made that chicken and vegetable, and I made, what else did I make? I don't know. I had 4 or 5 things that I've already done. So I'm pretty excited about that he thought it smelled really good. So if it can appease the senses, especially the nose, we know that, right? Because of all of my Scentsy Lovelicious stuff. Scent really can go a long way. And if he enjoyed the scent that he smelt on Sunday, he's probably going to really think about trying it. He's not here during the week, so it's kind of tough for him to try it. But if there's any left over, I froze a bunch of stuff, by the way, which is another really great thing, is that I prepared enough so that I can freeze it. And then when it's time to eat it, all I have to do is unthaw it and heat it up. To me, that's brilliant. That's like having TV dinners. I love it. And I'm all about the convenience when it comes to the eating and preparing. Probably not so much eating too, because I like fast food stuff. Always have. You know what? And the challenge is always going to be traveling. The challenge is always going to be eating out, right? And I'm learning a little bit more as I go. And as I learn, I'll share with you. You know, and some of the things that she suggests calling ahead at the restaurant and having them prepare something special. Not all restaurants are going to do that, you know? So, I mean, I think you have to just be very mindful, stay away from sauces, sugars, and gluten. And when I say gluten, I mean breads. You know, don't even have them bring the bread to the table. That's a great option that she suggested. And you can have as much vegetables as you want. So if you're in doubt, have a flipping salad, right? That's what I say. So anyway, I hope that you find this helpful. I hope that you're going to stick around and watch the process. I'm hoping that you're going to see as things happen, the weight come off and my face get a little bit slimmer, and you know, maybe I'll show you the rest of me a little bit more, and you know, we'll see. You know, so that's a big profile right there. I don't know. I love all of you. Thank you for supporting me along the way. No matter what I do, you guys are here, and I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the prayers. Keep them coming. Get those prayer warriors out there saying, Edie's changing something in her life, and she needs help in prayer. All right? So I will see you all on the next video, and until then, have an amazing day. make it an amazing day for somebody else. Bye.